Chapter 581 They are all my masters, I can't serve them all. The other side. My lord. This rubbish fairy beast is so ignorant. Do you need Xiao Bai and I to go over and teach it how to be a beast? Just when Yi Feng was feeling a little bored, Yi Xiaohei's voice suddenly rang out from beside him. Xiaohei, Xiao Bai, why are you two here? Didn't I ask you to stay at Xinghuan Peak to keep Xiaojiao company? Seeing Yi Xiaohei and Yi Xiaobai suddenly appearing on both sides, Yi Feng asked in surprise. My lord. We were originally going to accompany Xiaojiao, but we noticed that you were taming the garbage ancient fairy beasts and would definitely solve the heavenly Dao tribulation cloud in a while, so we rushed over immediately. After helping you deal with things here, we will rush back to accompany him immediately. Hearing Yi Feng's question, Yi Xiaobai also hurriedly explained. Yes. When you take this little golden mouse out of the ruined space in a while, it will lead to the heavenly Dao thunder tribulation. I didn't expect that when you were accompanying Xiaojiao at Xinghuan Peak, you were still paying attention to the situation here. You are really thoughtful. But it should be said that Xiaojiao is much worse than you too. If he really had a heart, he would definitely come with you. After all, solving a heavenly Dao tribulation cloud is just a fart, and it doesn't delay him from guarding Xinghuan Peak. Hearing Yi Xiaobai's explanation, Yi Feng also directly complained about Yi Xiaojiao. Tian Dao Jiayun, you're just farting? Are you polite? Xinghuan Holy Land, Xinghuan Peak. Fuck. Xiaohei and Xiaobai are two bastards who are really rude. They came out to accompany me, but they beat me up. Now we are going to help my master solve a small problem. We can go together, but one of them released a blood-sucking barrier for me, and the other set up a formation for me. By the time I break through this double prison, the cucumber food will be cold. At this time, Yi Xiaojiao, who was frantically attacking the barrier and formation, also cursed angrily. Ruined space. Too slow. This little golden mouse is too slow to make a decision. Since you two are here, go and teach it how to be a rat. I don't want to waste too much time here. After all, I want to bring the 3 little pets that guard the house back to the Holy Land before dark. Seeing the golden-armored rat demon in the sky still bowing his head in thought, Yi Feng also said to Yi Xiaohei and Yi Xiaobai impatiently. It's over. Young Master Yi is angry and called his subordinates over directly. Noticing Yi Xiaohei and Yi Xiaobai coming out of the space crack below, the swift red thunder leopard looked at the golden-armored rat demon with a sympathetic look, and then looked at the other party and said directly, Stupid rat, don't worry about it. Someone will help you make a decision soon. Huh? Hearing what the swift red thunder leopard said, the still entangled golden-armored rat demon was also stunned, and then said with confusion, Swift red thunder leopard, what do you mean by this? Stare. Just after he finished speaking, 2 men suddenly appeared in front of the golden-armored rat demon. Seeing the playful smiles on their faces, for some reason, at this moment, it felt a sense of crisis it had never felt before. Brother, hey. Take it somewhere else. After all, the following education process is a bit brutal, so don't affect my master's mood. Seeing the nervous look on the golden-armored rat demon's face, Yi Xiaobai also made a playful suggestion to Yi Xiaohei on the side. Okay. After hearing this, Yi Xiaohei directly agreed to Yi Xiaobai's proposal. Then, the 2 of them, one on the left and one on the right, held the golden-armored rat demon's arms and disappeared directly on the spot. It's over. The golden-armored rat demon is finished. The 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion said that it was almost killed by a one-armed madman at that time. Although the golden-armored rat demon is not facing the one-armed madman, it is also facing 2 mysterious strong men who call Yi Xiao, my master. The result is probably not going to be much better. Looking at the golden-armored rat demon being taken away, the swift red thunder leopard shook his head helplessly, and then flew directly to Yi Feng below. Hey! This golden-armored rat demon also has the talent to become a disciple of the prodigal family. Although I will not accept it into the prodigal family, it is hard to say about Bald Chong, who has learned to dig his own corner. When the swift red thunder leopard came to Yifeng's side, it happened to hear Yifeng's words, and then it was stunned. Fuck. I finally remembered that I forgot something important. I followed him out this time just to ask Yi Xiao to catch 3 ancient guardian fairy beasts who are not qualified to join the prodigal family like me. Crazy. At this moment, the whole beast of the swift wind red thunder leopard was going crazy. Master Yi. This golden-armored rat demon really doesn't give you face. It's a blessing for it to be able to follow you. It's like you're begging it. Besides, a forced melon is not sweet. Even if it agrees, it was beaten into submission. I don't think it's worthy of guarding the gate of the Holy Land. After trying to calm himself down, the swift red thunder leopard looked at Yifeng seriously and tried to persuade him. Hearing what the swift red thunder leopard said, Yifeng was stunned at first, and then he looked at the swift red thunder leopard with a smile and said, "Little leopard, you are afraid that it will become a prodigal disciple in the future, so you don't want me to catch it back." Pung. Seeing that Yifeng had spoken out his little thoughts, the swift red thunder leopard knelt down directly in front of Yifeng, and then said pleadingly, "Young Master Yi, please, let's catch 3 unlucky guys like me, otherwise, they will all be my masters in the future, and I really can't serve them all." Then, the swift red thunder leopard told about his service to the 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion and the black-fronted white jade sculpture. When I was away, you served them like that? Then when I came back, they started acting? After listening to the words of the swift red thunder leopard, Yifeng also showed a hint of surprise, and then a smile appeared on the corner of his mouth, and he murmured to himself, "Should I say it, Xiao Batzi and Xiao Daozi's acting skills are good, they actually fooled me. You laid so much groundwork in the beginning, shouldn't you comfort my wounded heart in the end? Why are you praising their acting skills?" Hearing Yifeng's words, the swift red thunder leopard beside him was stunned. This was different from what it thought the plot would go. It was so miserable, shouldn't it get a little care from Yifeng? Chapter 582 Let's go. Chase the heavenly tribulation cloud, and then kill it. It's time to control this situation. Otherwise, if I catch one, Bald Chong will take one into the prodigal sect, and then it will be over. Thinking of this situation, Yifeng also made a decision, and then looked at the swift red thunder leopard and said, "Little leopard, don't worry, no matter whether the captured ancient guardian fairy beasts are qualified to become disciples of the prodigal sect, they will not become disciples of the prodigal sect. I will remind Bald Chong about this matter later." I'm so touched. I didn't expect that young Master Yi would take care of me like this, a useless beast that is not qualified to become a disciple of the prodigal sect. Hearing Yifeng's words, the swift red thunder leopard was really moved, but what it didn't know was that the reason why Yifeng made this decision was just because he was lazy and didn't want to run out to catch these ancient guardian fairy beasts all the time. Master Yi. There is no need to provoke Shibishu by spending money. Then can we make him stop? At this time, seeing Dang Yun still running wildly on the golden fairy fruit ground not far away, the swift wind red thunder leopard also looked at Yifeng and asked. It's already half broken, let him keep running. After all, this is his youth. Looking at Dang Yun, who was running wildly not far away, Yifeng also said with a smile. The second fairyland. Brother dog. My lord is capturing the ancient guardian fairy beast in the ruined space. What do you think, should we show off? The one-armed madman, who had finished showing off in the Defeat God City, also smiled and suggested to the little yellow dog. Master is capturing the ancient guardian beasts in the ancient ruined space? How can the master do such a small thing himself? Wouldn't it be nice to let the master go back to play games with the 7 fairies? Hearing Yi Xiaojian's suggestion, the little yellow dog's eyes lit up, and then continued, Let's go. and use the fastest speed to capture all the ancient guardian beasts in the ruined space back to the Holy Land. Brother, hey. We met someone who was trying to steal our lives. After noticing the movements of the little yellow dog and Yi Xiaojian, Yi Xiaobai also said with a wry smile. It's difficult. I thought I could play with my master for a while longer. But with Yi Xiaojian's involvement, I'm afraid we'll have to go back to Xinghuan Peak after finishing this job. After hearing Yi Xiaobai's words, Yi Xiaohei also revealed a helpless look. What are you doing? Why are you two looking at me all of a sudden? I'm already convinced. Are you guys planning to beat me up again? Originally, he was listening to the conversation between the two with great interest, but when he found that they were suddenly looking at him with a playful look, the golden-armored rat demon panicked instantly. A moment later. My lord. We are back. My lord. Through our unremitting efforts, we finally made it subdue. When Yi Xiaohei and Yi Xiaobai flew back with the pig-faced golden-armored rat demon, they looked at Ji Feng with a sense of relief and said, God's unremitting efforts? I begged for mercy 800 times, but you all acted as if you didn't hear anything, and you just knew to beat me up. Hearing the two people's shameless words, the golden-armored rat demon also revealed a bitter smile. Even if he was extremely angry in his heart, he didn't dare to show it at all. Who knows if these two devils will just find a reason to continue beating it. Not far away. What's going on? The ancient guardian fairy beast, the invincible existence of this era, actually knelt before Master Yi? After crushing all 100,000 gold star spirit fruits, just as Deng Yun was about to go find Ji Feng, he saw a shocking scene that shocked his heart. Master Yi. In such a short time, you have subdued this ancient guardian fairy beast? How did you do it? When Deng Yun came to Yi Feng, he asked, curiously. Beat it up. Then it surrendered. As for how it was beaten, I don't know. Hearing what Deng Yun said, Yi Feng also smiled and explained. After a while. Boom. 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 When everyone and the two beasts left the ruined space, thunder exploded in the sky, and the terrifying pressure of the heavenly way also enveloped the area. Gudong. Feeling the suffocating pressure of the heavenly way, Deng Yun also swallowed his saliva in panic, and then looked at Ji Feng, who was calm, and asked, Young Master Yi, is it really okay? What's the problem? Isn't it just a heavenly calamity cloud? Don't worry, it just came out for a formality, it doesn't dare to strike us. Seeing Deng Yun's terrified look, Yi Feng also comforted him. Isn't it just a heavenly calamity cloud? Are you just showing up for show? Do you believe what Ji Feng said? Hearing what Ji Feng said, Deng Yun also smiled bitterly. If it weren't for the pressure from the heavenly way that made him unable to move, he would have run away long ago. How could he have the time to ask Yi Feng this question? Heavenly tribulation cloud, damn. Why is it this devil again? I can't afford to strike him, but can't I avoid him? At this time, the heavenly tribulation cloud that had condensed into shape also discovered Yi Feng, and then floated away directly in the unbelievable eyes of Deng Yun and the golden-armored rat demon. Floated away? The heavenly tribulation cloud actually floated away? Seeing this scene, whether it was Deng Yun or the golden-armored rat demon, they couldn't believe their eyes. They never dreamed that the heavenly tribulation cloud could actually float. My two men haven't had enough fun yet, and you actually want to run away. Seeing the heavenly tribulation cloud floating away, Yi Feng waved his hand and shouted directly, Go, chase the heavenly tribulation cloud, and then kill it. Fuck. This feels too good. I didn't expect that the heavenly tribulation cloud is just like this. Sitting on the back of the golden-armored rat demon, seeing the heavenly tribulation cloud was constantly speeding up and floating away under their pursuit, Deng Yun also shouted excitedly. He never dreamed that one day, he could actually chase the heavenly tribulation cloud around. What are you excited about? The heavenly tribulation cloud is afraid of Yi Xiao. Believe it or not, if young Master Yi takes his men away now, the heavenly tribulation cloud will come back and chase us too rubbish and bomb us crazily. Hearing Dang Yun's words, the golden-armored rat demon said with great disdain, but in his heart he thought excitedly, I'm really lucky this time. Although I was beaten up several times, it's all worth it to be able to follow such a terrifying strong man. Xiao Hei. Xiao Bai. It's almost done. Just kill the heavenly tribulation cloud, and then we have to quickly catch the other two ancient guardian beasts. Feeling that it was almost done, Yi Feng also spoke directly to Yi Xiao Hei and Yi Xiao Bai. Master! Look what I brought you. At this moment, the voice of the little yellow dog suddenly came from a distance. Chapter 583, Heavenly Tribulation Cloud. You guys don't bully clouds like this. Fuck. A dog, a mantis, and a little dragon, they're running over here with a dozen heavenly tribulation clouds? When Dang Yun, the golden-armored rat demon, and the swift red thunder leopard saw the horrified scene in the distance, they all exclaimed with their eyes wide open. Fuck. This dog is getting wilder and wilder. I just drew out a heavenly tribulation cloud for fun, but it's so good that it drew out more than a dozen heavenly tribulation clouds. It must have done something that angered the heavens and the people to draw out so many heavenly tribulation clouds. Yi Feng saw the three robber beasts running towards him with more than a dozen heavenly tribulation clouds, and his face was instantly filled with black lines. Dog. What are you doing? How could you draw out so many heavenly tribulation clouds? Also, why didn't you let Xiao Jian solve it directly? When the little yellow dog ran over, Yi Feng also asked, curiously. Master. Xiao Jian told me before that you were busy catching the ancient guardian fairy beasts in the ruined space. I thought, how can you let the master do such a small thing yourself? Wouldn't it be better to go to the 7 fairies to play some small games with this time? So, under the leadership of our 3 robber beasts, Yi Xiaojian has successfully captured all 15 ancient guardian fairy beasts and sent them to the Holy Land. Then Yi Xiaojian said that the master only has one heavenly calamity cloud, and this heavenly calamity cloud seems too lonely, so we brought these 15 heavenly calamity clouds here, ready to keep this lonely heavenly calamity cloud company. Of course, it is also convenient to catch them all in one fell swoop. Hearing Yi Feng's question, the little yellow dog also explained with a smirk on his face. Too lonely? Keep a company? And then catch them all in one fell swoop? Are you so good at playing now? After hearing the little yellow dog's explanation, Yi Feng shook his head helplessly, and then murmured to himself, leave a way for others so that we can meet again in the future. If you don't give face to the heavenly Tao now, what will you do if it doesn't come out in the future? On the other side. Golden Armor Rat Demon. Do you think I am dazzled? Why do I see that the more than 10 heavenly tribulation clouds gathered in the sky seem to be shaking? Seeing that the more than 10 heavenly tribulation clouds in the sky were shaking constantly, Dang Yun also showed an unbelievable look and asked the golden armored rat demon beside him. Dang Yun. You are not dazzled. Then, those heavenly tribulation clouds seem to be shaking. Hearing Dang Yun's words, the golden armored rat demon also stammered in response, and said in shock, in this era, the immortals have become so fierce that even the heavenly tribulation clouds can be controlled at will? Hey! Can you two little trash stop making such a fuss? It's just some small clouds that emit some sparks. What's so scary about them? They are not enough for me to cut with one sword. If you have this mentality, how can you stay with my master in the future? Just as the man and the beast were whispering, a crazy one-armed swordsman appeared in front of them, and then said with disdain. Sir, you are right. I will try to adjust my mentality. A mere heavenly tribulation cloud is nothing. Hearing Yi Xiaojian's words, and feeling the suffocating oppression brought to him by the other party, the golden armored rat demon also hurriedly spoke out. What about you? Seeing that Dang Yun had no reaction, Yi Xiaojian also looked at the other party and asked. Sir. I want to say, I am just a bystander. Master Yi has no intention of taking me with him, do you believe it? At this time, Dang Yun also looked at Yi Xiaojian with a wry smile and explained. At this moment, how much he wished that he was also an ancient guardian fairy beast. Poor aptitude. Poor understanding. Poor cultivation. Little brother, is also poor. On the whole, you are indeed not qualified to follow my master. After checking Dang Yun's situation, Yi Xiaojian nodded seriously, believing what the other party said. Dang Yun. What are you doing? Seeing Dang Yun walk to the side with a lonely look, the golden-armored rat demon also hurriedly asked. Don't ask. I just want to be quiet. After responding, Dang Yun walked to the side alone, leaving a lonely back to everyone. Heavenly tribulation cloud, damn. Are we going to destroy it or not? If you want to do it, hurry up. Do you feel good seeing us so scared? As if he heard the voice of heavenly tribulation cloud, Yi Feng directly said to Yi Xiaojian, Yi Xiaohe, and Yi Xiaobai, hurry up and solve it. As for how many heavenly tribulation you will each get, you can discuss it among yourselves. After a moment. My lord. I cut heavenly tribulation cloud into your shape. Do you think it looks like you? My lord. I have buried hundreds of thousands of blood bombs in the heavenly Tao tribulation clouds. As long as you give the order, I can immediately detonate them. The scene will be absolutely spectacular. My lord. I have laid out a super powerful formation. Not only can I wipe out the heavenly Tao tribulation clouds at will, but I can also bring these heavenly Tao tribulation clouds back to the Holy Land. As long as the heavenly Tao power contained in them is not exhausted, I can keep them for fun. If an enemy attacks, I can pull them out and chop them. At this time, the excited voices of Yi Xiaojian, Yi Xiaohe, and Yi Xiaobai also rang out from the air. Hearing what the three said, Yi Feng was really shocked. He thought to himself, I told you to solve it quickly, but you guys started playing again. Can't you leave the last bit of dignity for Tiandao Jieyun? Thinking of this, Yi Feng's face gradually revealed a touch of excitement, and then he shouted directly, like, blow it up and drag it back to the Holy Land. Fuck. Don't mess around. I've lived for almost 10,000 years. I've seen people raising flowers, grass, trees, children and fairy beasts, but I've never seen anyone raising Tiandao Jieyun for fun. That's the embodiment of the will of the heaven, the nightmare of the immortals and fairy beasts, Tiandao Jieyun. Seeing this scene, Dang Yun was really going crazy. He never thought that Yi Feng was so crazy that he wanted to raise Tiandao Jieyun as a pet. Is this something a human can do? Dang Yun. If there's nothing else, we're leaving. This fairy ring contains the Spear Enlightenment Stone and Yin-Yang Illusion Eye Grass that I promised you before, take it. We'll meet again in the future. After handing the fairy ring to Dang Yun, Yi Feng led everyone and the two beasts into the space crack that Yi Xiaojian had just split. Chapter 584 I'm not well educated, don't tease me. Ah. After all, I don't have that fate. Seeing Yi Feng disappear in the space crack, Dang Yun sighed helplessly, then looked at the fairy ring in his hand, and then muttered to himself, although I can't follow Yi Xiao, with the 9th and 10th realm Spear Enlightenment Stones and a large amount of Yin-Yang Illusion Eye Grass, it also gives me a chance to step into the peak. Outside the Star Soul Holy Land. Ding. Congratulations to the host for triggering the prodigal behavior, reward 10 million prodigal points, reward Ascension Pill *1, reward Stonebreaking Chasing Thunder *10000000, 1 million, Stonebreaking Chasing Thunder, a special one-time immortal weapon. When used against immortals and immortal beasts, it can lock the opponent's breath, so as to carry out precise tracking and attack. The power generated by the explosion of each stone-breaking chasing thunder can easily wipe out a peak 9th level Immortal Realm expert. This is a killer weapon. Moreover, I was rewarded with 1 million. Looking at the entire upper realm, even if the immortal beasts are counted, I am afraid that there are not 1 million peak 9th level Immortal Realm experts. After learning about the situation of the stone-breaking chasing heavenly thunder, Yifeng also revealed a look of surprise. Xiaobai. Can these 5 heavenly Dao tribulation clouds be handed over to others to control? Temporarily not thinking about the 1 million stone-breaking chasing heavenly thunders, Yifeng looked at Yi Xiaobai and asked this question. My lord. There is a formation just like this maze formation. As long as others activate the formation they can control these 5 heavenly Dao tribulation clouds. And through my investigation, each heavenly Dao tribulation cloud is enough to create 100 heavenly Dao thunder tribulations. Hearing Yifeng's inquiry, Yi Xiaobai immediately explained. Elder Yi, you are back. After noticing Yifeng's return, Elder Yugui also rushed out of the maze formation at the fastest speed, with an extremely excited look on his face. He never thought that Yifeng would catch 15 ancient guardian fairy beasts at once when he went out this time. How could he not be excited to think that he could command so many ancient fairy beasts, with terrifying strength, to watch the gate? However, before he could finish, he saw 5 heavenly calamity clouds in the sky, which stunned him. Elder Jade Ghost. You came out just in time. This golden-armored rat demon was also brought back to guard the gate. At the same time, I also brought back 5 heavenly tribulation clouds. They are all controlled by the formation. I will hand them over to you. If there is an enemy attack, you can either release the fairy beast to fight or release the heavenly tribulation clouds to chop. It all depends on your mood. Seeing Elder Yugui coming out of the maze formation, Yifeng also smiled and briefly explained the situation. Heavenly tribulation clouds can also be controlled by the formation? I don't read much, don't tease me. Hearing Yifeng's words, Elder Yugui also revealed an unbelievable look. In fact, this situation has far exceeded his cognition. In his cognition, heavenly tribulation clouds are the king of heaven. Who can ride on the king of heaven and poop? A moment later. Elder Yi. Please take care. I will take good care of these ancient guardian beasts and the heavenly tribulation clouds. With me here, anyone who wants to break through the gate of our Star Soul Holy Land will have to step over my body first. After activating the array that controls the heavenly tribulation clouds, Elder Yugui also excitedly assured Yifeng. Elder Yugui. With you guarding the gate of the Star Soul Holy Land, I feel relieved. Hearing Elder Yugui's words, Yifeng also laughed and said. By the way, has anything happened to our Holy Land recently? Why are you so anxious to let my master come back to deal with it? At this time, Yifeng suddenly thought of something, and then looked at Elder Yugui and asked. Elder Yi. It's not a big deal. The old sect master felt that it was time to destroy Punlai Fairy Island, Taishu Sword Sect and Tianwu Sect, so he called the Holy Lord back. Hearing Yifeng's question, Elder Yugui immediately explained. Yes. In order to collect some interest first, all the treasures of these 3 forces were directly emptied. Now that so much time has passed, it's time to destroy them. After hearing Elder Yugui's words, Yifeng nodded and said nothing more. Ding. Remind the host that a strong man with the peak cultivation of the first level of the immortal tribulation realm from the Tianhe sect is about to arrive at the Holy Land. The other party's goal is to bloodbath the Xinghuan Holy Land, leaving no one alive. At this moment, the system's prompt sound suddenly rang from Yifeng's mind. Why did the Tianhe sect send people to bloodbath the Holy Land? Hearing the reminder given by the system, Yifeng also asked with a puzzled look on his face, System, why does the Tianhe sect want to bloodbath the Holy Land? As Yifeng's voice fell, a strange message emerged from Yifeng's mind. A moment later. Interesting. Really interesting. I didn't expect that Feng Yang, the young master of Taishu sword sect, actually got a great opportunity in the Tiandao battlefield some time ago, and was noticed by the master of Tianhe sect and accepted as his personal disciple. After learning about this, Yifeng sneered, and then muttered to himself, the Tianhe sect is also a hegemon in the chaotic wilderness, and everyone in the sect is ruthless, but this has nothing to do with me, but now they want to stand up for Feng Yang, and even want to bloodbath my Xinghuan Holy Land. That's really the way to find it. Thinking of this, Yifeng said directly to Yi Xiaojian on the side, Xiaojian, go out with me. What do we want to do? So, I am going to block the opponent in advance. He heard Yi Xiaojian's inquiry, and Yifeng also briefly said the situation. Watching. Hearing this, Yi Xiaojian also instantly felt the man who was more than a dozen miles away. Then he asked with excitement, my master, then let me cut him a sword, or the 10,000 sword cut the other person into meat slices? No need to take it. I am going to let that guy feel the joy of being chased by tens of thousands of stones. Hearing Yifeng's words, Yi Xiaojian was stunned. Was he excited for nothing? Chapter 585 Shirkong was stunned. Did he look down on me so much? Xiaojian. Do you have countless questions in your mind at this moment? Are you really curious about why I brought you here since you don't have to do anything? Seeing Yi Xiaojian's confused expression, Yifeng asked with a smile. My lord. I do have this question. Hearing Yifeng's doubts, Yi Xiaojian admitted it directly. Because I need you to fly with me. Although this upcoming, strong enemy will be chased by tens of thousands of stone-breaking chasing thunders, I definitely can't catch up with him. In order to see him running happily, I brought you here. At this time, Yifeng smiled and explained the reason directly. Bring me here just to take you flying? Is it really appropriate for me, a person with missing arms and legs, to do this? Shouldn't it be more appropriate to lead the garbage guardian beast? Hearing Yifeng's explanation, Yi Xiaojian also showed a bitter smile. He really wanted to ask Yifeng, wouldn't it be nice to sit comfortably on the guardian beast? Well. At this moment, Yi Xiaojian sensed that the enemy's aura was getting closer and closer, and he reminded Yifeng with a serious look, my lord, that enemy is coming. Fuck. Are you still acting? A mere enemy, do you really take it seriously? Seeing Yi Xiaojian's serious expression, Yifeng silently raised a thumb. Hey! A small holy land in Dongzhou actually requires me to go there in person. It's really boring. If you have this time, wouldn't it be nice to go out and find two girls to drink and talk about life? Shirkong, who was rushing to the Xinghuan Holy Land, also muttered to himself a little bored at this time. After all, he has a terrifying cultivation base of the peak of the first level of the immortal tribulation realm. It is no exaggeration to say that when he arrived in Dongzhou, he was simply walking sideways. At this moment, Shirkong suddenly found that there were two people blocking his way in front of him, which gradually revealed a bloodthirsty smile on his face. Then, without any nonsense, he directly slashed a terrifying sword at the two people on the opposite side, ready to wipe them out directly. On the other side. Interesting. No nonsense, just come up with a fatal killing move. It's worthy of being a villain who came out of the chaotic wasteland. Seeing Shirkong on the opposite side coming up with a sword, Yifeng also sneered and muttered to himself. My lord. Should I cut out a sword energy that is 100 million times stronger and return it to him? At this time, Yi Xiaojian, who noticed that Yifeng was a little angry, also spoke up. No need. Just catch this sword energy for me, and then play with it in front of the other party. I want to let the other party know that the powerful sword energy that he is proud of in his eyes is just a toy in our hands. Hearing Yi Xiaojian's proposal, Yifeng shook his head and then expressed his thoughts. Fuck. What's the situation with that one-armed swordsman? Not only did he catch the terrifying sword energy I cut out, but he also used the sword energy that I am proud of to shave his leg hair. How much does this guy look down on me? When Shirkong saw that his proud sword energy was caught by the one-armed swordsman on the opposite side, and then his leg hair was shaved in front of him, he was going crazy. Catch the sword energy with bare hands. And he can completely control my sword energy. Even a strong man who is several realms higher than me can't do it as easily and casually as he does. After being shocked, Shirkong was a little panicked. He was now sure that the strength of the one-armed swordsman on the opposite side was definitely far above his own. He never thought that he would hit a wall just after coming to Dongzhou where he could run rampant. Pung. My lord. I was too unreasonable just now. I hope my lord will not blame me and give me a way out. What Yifeng and Yi Shaojian didn't expect was that the other party actually knelt down directly in front of the two of them. This speed of admitting defeat really shocked them. My lord. This guy didn't play by the rules and directly disrupted your plan. At this time, Yi Shaojian also looked at Yifeng and whispered. This is boring. In that case, let's start throwing stone shatters and chasing thunder. After hearing what Yi Shaojian said, and looking at Shirkong who had given up directly on the other side, Yifeng also said with disappointment on his face. My lord. There is another problem. The powerful enemy on the opposite side doesn't know the power of the stonebreaking chasing sky thunder. If he doesn't run away, I'm afraid a stonebreaking chasing sky thunder will kill him directly. Seeing Yifeng take out two fist-sized black balls, Yi Shaojian also reminded him. After all, he remembered that Yifeng had said before that he would throw tens of thousands of stone-breaking chasing sky thunders at the opponent. This is really a problem. It would be great if there was an experimental subject. Hearing Yi Shaojian's reminder, Yifeng also frowned and muttered to himself. In the Star Soul Holy Land. Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai, who had been paying attention to Yifeng's situation, heard what Yifeng said, and their eyes flashed with a gleam of light, and when the two looked at each other, they both showed a wicked smile on their faces. Fuck. You two bastards are not done yet, are you? My lord was already somewhat dissatisfied with me before, and now I finally have another chance to show off, and then you two bastards are screwing me again. After seeing Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai use barriers and formations to trap him again before leaving, Yi Xiaojiao was about to explode. He never thought that these two people would become such dogs now. On the other side. Seeing two space cracks suddenly appear in the air, Yifeng also revealed a trace of doubt. My lord. The experimental subjects you want, Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai, have sent them to you. Just when Yifeng was puzzled, Yi Shaojian on the side also explained. Roar. Roar. As Yi Shaojian finished speaking, two beast roars came out from the two space cracks, and then two fairy beasts with terrifying auras flew out of the space cracks, and their faces showed extremely terrified expressions. Fuck. Why does this aura feel like it's comparable to that of the sect master? Could it be that these two fairy beasts are terrifying fairy beasts with the ninth peak cultivation of the immortal tribulation realm? Sensing the pressure of this terrifying aura, Shirkong, who was kneeling on the ground, also showed an extremely horrified expression, and what made him feel even more terrified was that he found that these two terrifying fairy beasts actually showed fear on their faces, as if there was something terrible behind them. He couldn't imagine what kind of existence could make such a powerful fairy beast of this level so scared. My lord. We've sent you an experimental subject. At this time, Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai also walked out of their respective space cracks, and then shouted to Yifeng excitedly. Chapter 586, Hold on for half an incense stick of time, this is called giving me a chance to live? Experimental subjects? What does that mean? Hearing what Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai said, both the two terrifying fairy beasts and Sher Kong, who were in a state of panic, showed a look of bewilderment at this moment. Yes. There are actually two unlucky fairy beasts testing the power of the stone-breaking chasing heavenly thunder. Looking at the two unlucky and terrifying fairy beasts in the air, Yi Feng also looked at Yi Xiaojian on the side with excitement and said, Xiaojian, take the stone-breaking chasing sky thunder, and you will open the situation. Huh? Looking at the two stone-breaking chasing sky thunders handed over by Yi Feng, and looking at his one arm, Yi Xiaojian also showed a bitter smile. He felt that Yi Feng was just teasing him, but he had no evidence. Oh. I almost forgot, you only have one arm. Just when Yi Xiaojian grew half of his broken left arm, Yi Feng suddenly said this, and then threw the two stone-breaking chasing sky thunders in his hand to Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai. What? What are you doing? My left arm has grown half, and you don't need me anymore? Seeing Yi Feng handing the stone-breaking chasing thunder to Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai, Yi Xiaojian was stunned. You know, even if it was only half-grown, if Yi Xiaotang saw it, she would definitely tear it off. This is not helping, but also suffering again? Explode. At this time, Yi Feng did not notice Yi Xiaojian's situation, but directly shouted at Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai. Fuck. Run. It will kill the beast. Seeing the stone-breaking chasing sky thunder flying towards them, the two terrifying beasts immediately felt the breath of death, and then fled in panic, but what made them collapse was that the stone-breaking chasing sky thunder that brought them endless fear could actually turn. No matter how they ran, they could not get rid of the stone-breaking chasing sky thunder behind them. At this moment, they seemed to understand what the experimental subjects meant. They were just trying to catch them to test the power of the stone-breaking chasing sky thunder. Boom. Boom. Soon, with two deafening explosions, the two terrifying beasts disappeared directly in the mushroom cloud produced by the explosion. Fuck. Those are two terrifying beasts, with the ninth peak of the immortal tribulation realm. Even if the sect master faced them, he would not dare to offend them too much, but they were blown up just because you said so? Sher Kong, who was kneeling on the ground, saw this scene and was frightened. His pupils shrank and his eyes were full of fear. Huh. After recovering from his shock, Sher Kong also breathed a sigh of relief, then revealed a look of relief and muttered to himself, Fortunately, I am not an experimental subject, otherwise, I would definitely die more miserably than them. On the other side. System. With tens of thousands of stone-breaking sky-chasing thunders, if it were just us, I'm afraid that Sher Kong would be killed before we could finish throwing them. So, let Yi bring 100,000 golden armored guards to help. At this time, Yi Feng suddenly thought of something, and then gave an order to the system. Fuck. Isn't this the most feared golden legend in the chaotic wasteland? I actually provoked the boss behind the golden legend? When Sher Kong saw the 100,000 golden armored troops coming out of the hundreds of meters long space crack, he was about to explode, and he couldn't help but quietly grasp his bitter tea with both hands. What? What are they going to do? Each of them has a terrifying black ball, and they all look at me excitedly. Are they going to throw so many powerful black balls at me? When Sher Kong noticed that the 100,000 Golden Legend members on the opposite side all looked at him after receiving a stone-breaking chasing thunder, he was really panicked. If he hadn't seen the power of the stone-breaking chasing thunder just now, he might not have had any big reaction. But he saw it. The two terrifying fairy beasts disappeared with a bang right in front of him. The other side. Everyone, follow my lead. Yi Feng also shouted at this time, and then he used his right hand to hold the stone breaker and the thunder to make a baseball pitcher throw the ball. Follow suit. After seeing this, the 100,000 golden armored soldiers also raised their left feet, leaned back slightly, and moved in unison to make the pitchers move to throw the ball. Wait a minute. Even if I die, I want to die with a clear mind. Just because I slashed a sword energy at you for no reason before, are you going to use such a big battle to wipe me out? At this time, Sher Kong also looked at Yi Feng with a panic expression and shouted. Of course not. Forgot to introduce myself. I am the Holy Son of the Star Soul Holy Land. You came here to bloodbath my Star Soul Holy Land this time. As the Holy Son, shouldn't I kill you? At this point, Yi Feng suddenly revealed a playful look and continued, but don't say that I won't give you a chance to live. As long as you can hold on for half an incense stick under the pursuit of 100,000 stone-breaking chasing thunders, I will let you go. Is this a chance for me to live? Those two terrifying fairy beasts with the peak cultivation of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm couldn't hold on for 10 farts, and you want me to hold on for half an incense stick? Are you playing? Hearing Yi Feng's words, Sher Kong was really going crazy. At the same time, he was shocked and terrified because he knew Yi Feng's identity, because this was different from the news he got. It was said that this was a small holy land that could be wiped out at will, but it turned out that the Holy Sun was the boss behind the Golden Legend. He was not here to slaughter, but to die. Go. At this time, Yi Feng didn't care about Sher Kang's thoughts at this time, but directly ordered the 100,000 golden armor guards to attack. Go to hell. Even if I can't hold out for half an incense stick of time, I have to fight. And I have to inform the sect master of this news immediately. Seeing 100,000 fist-sized black balls flying towards him like an overwhelming black rain, Sher Kong quickly stood up and then ran away with all his strength. At the same time, he immediately took out the sound transmission stone from his arms and contacted Chen Hai, the sect master of Tianhe sect. What are you doing? What do you two bastards think of me? When Sher Kong ran away quickly, Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai looked at each other and directly lifted Yi Xiaojian up as a human stretcher. One of them was responsible for lifting Yi Xiaojian's head, and the other was responsible for lifting Yi Xiaojian's legs. My lord. Come up and sit. Let's catch up now. At this time, Yi Xiaohe also looked at Yi Feng, who was stunned, and urged him. Is this okay? Looking at Yi Xiaojian, who had become a human stretcher, Yi Feng asked, with a wry smile. He really didn't expect that Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai would play so many tricks. Chapter 587 Sher Kong, are you kidding me? Bang! Hearing Yi Feng's question, Yi Xiaobai, who was holding Yi Xiaojian's legs, kicked Yi Xiaojian's little brother with his feet, and then lowered his voice to remind him, Give me some reaction, what's wrong? My lord is sitting on you, are you not happy? Fuck. Let's talk about the matter. What do you mean by touching my brother? Do you really think that you can do whatever you want to me, just because you are stronger than me? Hearing Yi Xiaobai's words, Yi Xiaojian also cursed in his heart, but thinking that he had fallen into a trap, he finally resigned himself to his fate and looked at Yi Feng with a smile on his face and shouted loudly, My lord, come up quickly. It is my honor that you can sit on my body. On the other side. Ha ha ha. Sher Kong, since you contacted me, if nothing unexpected happens, you have already destroyed that small holy land. By the way, did those ants kneel down for you and cry for mercy when they were dying? After activating the sound transmission stone, the laughter of Chen Hai, the leader of the Tianhe sect, first rang out from Sher Kang's mind. Not unexpected? There was really an accident. Kneeling down and crying for mercy when dying? This is talking about me. Hearing Chen Hai's words, Sher Kang's face was instantly covered with black lines, and then he said directly, Master, something unexpected happened. Not only did I fail to destroy that small holy land, but now I am being hunted down madly, and I may even die at any time. Tianhe sect, in the main hall. Huh? Something unexpected happened, Sher Kong is still being hunted down, and he may even die at any time? Hearing Sher Kang's words, Chen Hai also showed a touch of surprise. He couldn't understand why Shere Khan, who had the peak cultivation of the first level of the immortal tribulation realm, would encounter fatal danger in the small donjo. Shere Khan, since you still have time and energy to contact me with the sound transmission stone, it proves that your current situation is not too dangerous. Tell me first, who is chasing you? After recovering from his shock, Chenny Hai immediately asked. God, the situation is not too dangerous? I am risking my life to inform you. No, I am passing on the news to you. Hearing Chenny Hai's words, Shere Khan was so angry that he even wanted to switch their identities immediately so that the other party could also feel that this situation was not too dangerous. Sect Master. I am currently being chased by tens of thousands of black balls. These black balls are all a kind of special tracking fairy weapon that can explode. One can kill a fairy beast with the 9th peak cultivation level of the fairy calamity realm, and now I am facing tens of thousands of them alone. Once I am caught, I will definitely be blown to pieces without leaving any residue. After calming down, Shere Khan also hurriedly told the situation on his side. Shere Khan. Stop it. Have you destroyed that holy land, and then you felt a little bored on the way back, so you were teasing me here? Otherwise, this level of special immortal weapon, even one is a treasure of the sect. How could someone use tens of thousands of this level of special immortal weapon on you? You don't know what your strength is, even a prodigal son can't do such a thing. However, when Chenny Hai heard Shere Kang's words, the tension on his face gradually disappeared, and then he said what he thought. He now believed that Shere Khan was teasing him. God is teasing you? I am really being chased by tens of thousands of special immortal weapons of this level. As for why the other party uses so many big killers to deal with a small trash like me who is at the peak of the first level of the immortal tribulation realm, how the hell do I know? Hearing Chenny Hai's words, Shere Khan was really furious. Being misunderstood one after another has gradually distorted Shere Kang's mentality. Okay. Since you don't believe it, I'll discuss it with that young master and see if I can let you come and experience it for yourself. At this time, Shere Khan also had an extremely crazy idea. He was going to die anyway. Since he was misunderstood, he might as well drag someone to take the blame. Not to mention, if the other party hadn't ordered him to come and do this, how could he have suffered this disaster? On the other side. Ding. Remind the host that Shere Khan has been misunderstood by the leader of the Tianhe sect. Now he wants the leader of the Tianhe sect to come and experience the feeling of being chased by 100,000 stonebreaking chasing thunders, and he will tell the host this request immediately. At this time, the voice of the system suddenly rang in Yifeng's mind. This Shere Khan is a good person. When enjoying happiness, you actually want to share it with others. After hearing the system prompt, Yifeng also showed a smile, and then directly shouted to Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai who were carrying Yi Xiaojian, speed up, catch up with Shere Khan first, I want to discuss with him how to share happiness with others. A moment later. Shere Khan. Don't say anything. You only need to answer me now. Do you want to bring Tianhe sect leader Chenny Hai with you, and then enjoy the happiness of being chased by 100,000 Shisha Zhui Tianlei with you? After catching up with Shere Khan, before Shere Khan could speak, Yifeng took the lead in saying what he was thinking at the moment. Fuck. No way. This guy is not only proficient in the art of robbery, but also in the art of divination? He can even know what I'm thinking. Shere Khan, who was about to say this idea, was shocked when he heard Yifeng's words. Then he thought to himself, no wonder the other party can cultivate such a terrifying robbery army like Golden Legend. They are really capable. Master. I think. Soon, Shere Khan gritted his teeth and said the decision in his heart. Ha ha ha. Shere Khan, why are you silent? Did I guess it right at once? At this moment, Chenny Hai's proud voice rang out from Shere Kang's mind. Master. You guessed it all wrong. In order to make you believe what I said, you will soon be able to personally experience what my current situation is like, which is not too dangerous. Hearing Chenny Hai's smug voice, Shere Khan also sneered, and then cut off the connection of the sound transmission stone after saying this. Yi. This fairy ring contains 100,000 stonebreaking and sky-chasing thunders. Immediately distribute them to the 100,000 golden armored troops. Let them prepare first, and the second target will appear soon. Xiao He. Just captured Chenny Hai, the leader of the Tianhe sect. At this time, Yi Feng was also issuing a series of orders. Chapter 588. You are all crazy, chopping my legs for fun? Tianhe sect, in the main hall. What do you mean? What do you mean? I can go and experience his current situation in person right away. What on earth is Shere Khan talking about? Looking at the sound transmission stone in his hand that had no response, thinking back to Shere Kang's last words, Chenny Hai also revealed a confused look, because he didn't understand what that meant at all. While Chenny Hai was still wondering what Shere Kang meant by those words, a space crack appeared silently behind him. Swish! As if he had noticed something, Chenny Hai also looked back fiercely. When he found that a strange space crack had appeared behind him at some point, his face suddenly changed, and then he quickly retreated to the back. However, when Chenny Hai discovered that the space crack was following him madly as he retreated quickly, his face also revealed an extremely horrified look. What is this? Panic. Chenny Hai was really panicking at this time. He had no idea what unknown dangers were hidden in this suddenly appeared space crack. My lord has prepared a great gift for you. Follow me now. Just when Chenny Hai was panicking, a full of teasing voice sounded from the space crack, and then a hand suddenly stretched out from it and grabbed Chenny Hai directly. What happened? Where is this? Who caught it for me? When Chenny Hai was caught out of the space crack, the whole person was in a state of confusion. Target number 2 appears. Start blasting. Before Chenny Hai could react, Yi Feng's excited voice rang out from not far away, and as Yi Feng finished speaking, 100,000 pitchers of the Golden Armor Army threw their stonebreaking and sky-chasing thunders at Chenny Hai in unison. Fuck. Black balls are everywhere. Each black ball brings me an extremely dangerous feeling. Is this the rhythm of death? Hearing Yi Feng's voice, Chenny Hai, who had recovered from his shock, also looked in the direction of Yi Feng. When he saw the 100,000 golden armored soldiers throwing the stonebreaking chasing thunder in their hands, and watching the 100,000 stonebreaking chasing thunders bursting towards him like an overwhelming black rain, he was frightened and stunned in place. Sect Master. Don't stand there stupidly. Run away quickly. If you are hit by any stonebreaking chasing thunder, even if you have the cultivation of the 9th peak of the immortal tribulation realm, you will be directly blown to death. Just when Chenny Hai was stunned, Shere Kang's voice suddenly came from not far away. Fuck. Shere Kang is really being chased by 100,000 black balls. Hearing Shere Kang's voice, Chenny Hai also turned his head and looked over. When he saw Shere Kang being chased by dense black balls, his face also showed a touch of horror. Snap. Thinking of this, Chenny Hai slapped himself hard, and then cursed inwardly, it's already this fucking time, and I'm still here in awe. I have to run away now, or I'll really be blown to death. A moment later. Master. Do you still think I'm teasing you now? Do you still think this situation is not too dangerous now? If I hadn't asked that young general to catch you, you wouldn't have had the chance to enjoy the joy of racing against death. At this time, Shere Kang, who was running away, also looked at Chenny Hai, who was full of despair, and said aloud. Enjoy the joy of racing against death, just because I don't believe what you said, you asked the other party to catch me and feel it for myself? Although you are a human, what you did is really a dog. Hearing Shere Kang's words, Chenny Hai was going crazy. He never thought that the reason why he was caught was because he didn't believe what Shere Kang said. Master. Didn't you notice those people who just threw the black ball? That's the fucking Golden Legend. And the boss behind the Golden Legend is the son of the Star Soul Holy Land. We were killed by Feng Yang, that bastard. At this time, Sher Kong also said a piece of news that shocked Chen Yihai's heart. On the other side. System. I see that the two of them are chatting happily. Don't they want to call a few more people to enjoy the fun together? Thinking that he still had 800,000 stonebreaking chasing thunders in his hand, Yi Feng also asked the system with expectation. Ding. Host, they really want to bring Feng Yang, the scumbag, here. They think that they are in this disaster because of Feng Yang. Upon hearing Yi Feng's question, the system immediately responded. Feng Yang? The young master of the Taishu sword sect? We'll kill each other sooner or later anyway, so let's get rid of them together. Thinking of this, Yi Feng looked directly at Yi Xiaohei and said, Xiaohei, capture Feng Yang from the Tianhe sect as well. Sher Kong. How did you beg that young master, just now? We can die, but we must drag that little bastard Feng Yang with us. Otherwise, our death will be 2F** King agreed. After learning all the circumstances, Chen Yihai also looked at Sher Kong and asked him. He never thought that just because he accepted Feng Yang as his personal disciple, he would lose his life. Sect Master. That young master is not simple. He is proficient in astronomical calculations. We have finished discussing here, and he should have known it over there. So, if nothing unexpected happens, that little bastard Feng Yang should be caught soon. Hearing Chen Yihai's inquiry, Sher Kong also explained. After a while. Fuck. Master, what's going on? I'm so panicked now. Feng Yang, who was caught in a daze, saw the dense stonebreaking chasing thunders behind him bursting towards him, and shouted at Chen Yihai beside him with a look of horror. Puff. With a strange sound, one of Feng Yang's legs was directly chopped off by Chen Yihai with a sword. What's going on, master? It's fine if you don't save me, but what's the point of cutting off one of my legs? I was stunned. Feng Yang was stunned when he saw his leg cut off. Puff. Before Feng Yang could react, Sher Kong on the other side also cut off his other leg with the long sword in his hand. You are all crazy. Are you cutting off my legs for fun? Feng Yang was stunned when he saw his legs being cut off. He was caught without knowing why. He had his legs cut off without knowing why. Did I dig up your ancestors' graves or steal your wives? After recovering from his shock, Feng Yang looked at Chen Yihai and Sher Kong, who had already flown in front of him, and asked, Master, Deacon Sher, why did you cut off my legs? Not far away. My lord. If nothing unexpected happens, Feng Yang will die. How about I go over and help him grow 2 new legs? Seeing this, Yi Xiaojian also proposed his own idea to Yi Feng, who was sitting on him. Chapter 589, Don't help me, please let me die directly. Help him grow 2 new legs. Hearing Yi Xiaojian's proposal, and looking at Feng Yang, who was about to be caught up by 100,000 stonebreaking chasing thunders not far away, Yi Feng nodded, and then said, Go, he is the culprit, and he can't be allowed to die so easily. On the other side. Why cut your legs? Why are the two of us suffering from this disaster now? Don't you have any idea in your mind? If it weren't for you, would the two of us be so miserable? Hearing Feng Yang's question, Chen Yihai also cursed with anger. What does your suffering have to do with me? Just because you are my master, you can put the pot on me at will? Hearing Chen Yihai's words, Feng Yang was instantly furious. After all, he didn't expect that the life and death crisis he experienced at this time was completely caused by his revenge on the Star Soul Holy Land. Huh? You, who are you? At this moment, when Feng Yang saw Yi Xiaojian suddenly appearing in front of him, he was also startled, and then he asked out loud. Don't ask. Ask, I'm the one who'll help you. After that, Yi Xiaojian didn't say anything more, and directly put his right hand on Feng Yang's body, and then used his own strength to help Feng Yang quickly grow 2 new thighs. Go. Keep running with them. Then, Yi Xiaojian grabbed Feng Yang's collar and threw him to the side of Chen Yihai and Shirkong in front. Good man. Thank you. Feeling that he had a new pair of legs, Feng Yang excitedly shouted to Yi Xiaojian behind him. After all, if it weren't for Yi Xiaojian's help, he would have been caught up by the 100,000 stonebreaking chasing thunders behind him. Master. I don't understand what you just said. After thanking him, Feng Yang also looked at Chen Yihai and asked, because he didn't want to take the blame for no reason. However, before he finished speaking, Chen Yihai, full of anger, raised his sword again. Puff. Puff. With 2 strange sounds, Feng Yang's newly grown legs were cut off again by Chen Yihai and Shirkong. What are you doing? Are you addicted to cutting? Do you know how much pain I am in? Seeing his legs cut off again, Feng Yang felt like he was going crazy. At the same time, the pain from his legs made his face look ugly. If he had known that he would have to experience the pain again, he would rather not have the legs that had grown back. Don't be afraid. I'll help you. If they dare to keep cutting, I'll help you keep recovering your legs. I want to see whether they can't lift the swords first, or I exhaust the strength in my body first. At this moment, Yi Xiaojian's devilish voice suddenly rang from Feng Yang's ears. My lord. Don't help me. Just let me die. If you do this, I'd rather die than live. At this time, Feng Yang also looked at Yi Xiaojian with a horrified face and begged. However, Yi Xiaojian completely ignored Feng Yang's begging, and helped him grow new legs again, and then threw Feng Yang next to Chen Yihai and Shirkong again. Not far away. Should I say it or not, Xiaojian's doing this is somewhat personal. Otherwise, he wouldn't share his happiness with that Feng Yang. At this time, watching Yi Xiaojian helping Feng Yang grow legs again not far away, Yi Xiaohei also expressed his thoughts. Yes. Sister Tang finally shared the happiness that Xiaojian brought to Xiaojian. It's just that this Feng Yang is a little too happy. After hearing Yi Xiaohei's words, Yi Xiaobai also said. Wait a minute. Brother He, did we forget something? At this moment, Yi Xiaobai suddenly thought of something, and then hurriedly looked at Yi Xiaohei and asked. Fuck. Are Xiaohei and Xiaobai watching too intently? Xiaojian went to help Feng Yang grow his legs, so you too can't just run away with nothing in your hand. At this time, Yi Feng, who had already landed on the ground, looked at the people who had completely disappeared and cursed loudly with a black face. My lord. We are coming. Just after cursing, Yi Xiaohei and Yi Xiaobai also flew back from a distance, quickly. When they saw Yi Feng looking at them with a strange look, they also showed a touch of embarrassment on their faces. A moment later. Master. That one-armed swordsman is a devil. I can't cut him anymore, but he is still helping Feng Yang recover his legs. To be honest, although I hate Feng Yang very much, he is really miserable now. Shirkong, who had cut Feng Yang's thigh thousands of times, also looked at Chen Yihai with horror and expressed his thoughts at this time. Now I don't think about whether Feng Yang is miserable or not. I'm afraid that after that devil kills Feng Yang, he will focus on us. Anyway, we are all dead, otherwise, let's go comfortably first. After hearing Shirkang's words, Chen Yihai expressed his concerns with a serious expression. Xiaojian. Stop playing. It's time to let the 3 of them go. Feeling that the fun was almost over, Yi Feng shouted directly to Yi Xiaojian, who was helping Feng Yang recover his legs. Swish. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Chen Yihai, Shirkong and Feng Yang all looked at Yi Feng, their eyes full of gratitude. They never thought that one day they would be so eager to die quickly. Boom, with a loud bang, the huge mushroom cloud produced by the explosion of 300,000 stonebreaking chasing thunders instantly engulfed the three people. Feng Yang is dead. Chen Yihai is also dead. Don't worry about the Tianhe sect anymore, unless they dare to come to the Xinghuan Holy Land to make trouble. Looking at the three people who disappeared in the mushroom cloud, Yi Feng also looked at Yi Xiaojian, Yi Xiaohe, and Yi Xiaobai and said, "Sure Kong, I am the most innocent one, and now I am blown to death, but you didn't even mention me." Xiaohe. Xiaobai. When I needed to test the power of the stonebreaking chasing thunder, you two helped me send two powerful fairy beasts to solve the problem for me. Then I want to know why Yi Xiaojiao didn't come. What is he busy with in the Holy Land? At this time, on the way to the Xinghuan Holy Land, Yi Feng, who was sitting on Yi Xiaojian, also looked at the two curiously and asked. Chapter 590, isn't this the most suitable target for losing money? I don't know. Hearing Yi Feng's question, Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai answered in unison. Fuck. These two bastards are so shameless. If they hadn't imprisoned Xiaojiao, would Xiaojiao not come? It doesn't matter if they tricked Xiaojiao twice, but they tricked me into being a human stretcher. If my strength didn't allow it, I would have reported these two bastards. At this time, Yi Xiaojian, who was a human stretcher, was also madly complaining in his heart after hearing such shameless answers from the two. Is that so? Then I have to talk to Xiaojiao after I go back. After all, a subordinate who doesn't flatter is not a good subordinate. After hearing the answers of Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai, Yi Feng also expressed his thoughts. Xinghuan Holy Land, Xinghuan Peak. Huh. After returning to Xinghuan Peak, when Yi Feng saw Yi Xiaojiao concentrating on carving his own statue, a look of surprise appeared on his face. This little foot is really thoughtful. I have to say, this statue really shows my handsomeness completely, whether it is the eyes, nose, ears, and other subtle places, they are all carved vividly. No wonder he didn't notice the situation over there, it turns out he was preparing a surprise for me. Thinking of this, Yi Feng nodded with satisfaction, and then walked directly towards his residence. Huh. When Yi Feng left, Yi Xiaojiao also breathed a sigh of relief, and thanked in his heart, fortunately, I am smart, otherwise I would really be useless. Little foot. I have to say, your operation is really awesome. However, I still want to remind you, although you have dodged this wave, you'd better be careful with these two old villains around you. After reminding Yi Xiaojiao with his spiritual sense, Yi Xiaojian also looked at Yi Xiaohe and Yi Xiaobai and said, Gogu and the others have left, I have to continue to protect them, let's keep the green mountains and rivers. After that, Yi Xiaojian soared into the sky and disappeared from the sight of the three in the blink of an eye. Xiaojiao. You used this method to avoid the punishment of my master. Brother He is not angry, but you took the opportunity to show off in this way. Brother He is very angry. So, let's duel. After Yi Xiaojian left, Yi Xiaohe showed a playful look and challenged Yi Xiaojiao. Little foot. You have been controlling your own strength and staying in the 10th place. If you try your best, I am afraid that Brother He will not be your opponent. So, I am going to join hands with Brother He to challenge you to a duel to show my respect for you. When Yi Xiaohe finished speaking, Yi Xiaobai on the side also said shamelessly. I control my strength and stay in the 10th place? I am the last one in the ranking, so do I still need to control the points? Then, one of you is ranked 3rd and the other is ranked 5th. You want to join forces to bully me, the last one in the ranking, and you still say it is respect for me? After hearing what the two said, Yi Xiaojiao couldn't believe his ears for a while. He knew that these two bastards were very shameless now, but he never thought that he still underestimated the degree of shamelessness of the two. On the other side, busy with so many things. It's time to take a good rest. After returning to his residence, Yi Feng also lay down on the bed, then he directly clamped the quilt and rested. He had to hurry to find the 7 fairies to play some small games. The next day, early morning, I slept comfortably. Yifeng sat up from the bed and stretched beautifully, and then checked the prodigal products, refreshed today. Today's prodigal product, Tianyan Secret Art Enlightenment Pill * 100,000, 100,000, Tianyan Secret Art Enlightenment Pill. After taking it, you can immediately enter the state of enlightenment. In this state, practicing Tianyan Secret Art will ignore qualifications and comprehension. Even a pig can practice to take off. The prodigal product refreshed today is obviously related to the Tianji Pavilion in the upper world. But how can I be more interesting when prodigal? After learning about the situation of today's prodigal products, Yifeng also lowered his head and pondered. Ding! Remind the host that today the Tianji Pavilion will recruit outer disciples in Tianji City. Just when Yifeng was lost in thought, the system's prompt suddenly sounded in his mind. Tianji Pavilion will recruit outer disciples in Tianji City? In the state of sudden enlightenment, practicing the secret art of Tianyan will ignore aptitude and comprehension. Even a pig can practice and take off. Hearing the reminder from the system, and thinking of the characteristics of Tianyan Secret Art Enlightenment Pill, Yifeng instantly had a very interesting idea of squandering money in his mind. It seems that I have to go to Tianji City for a walk today. Anyway, it's all my second apprentice's family business. While squandering money, I can help her cultivate a genius. Thinking of this, Yifeng directly said to the system, "System, let Xiaohei come over." A moment later. "My lord. You looking for me?" When Yi Xiaohei came to Yifeng's residence, he also asked respectfully. "Hurry up and send me to Tianji City, I have to hurry out to squander money." Hearing Yi Xiaohei's question, Yifeng immediately gave an order. "Tianji City. What's going on? Why do I feel like there aren't many people?" Although we are recruiting outer court disciples, it is also an opportunity to join the Tianji Pavilion. The streets should be crowded with people. After arriving at Tianji City, although the streets are very prosperous, it is still far from the scene that Yifeng imagined in his mind. Ding! Remind the host that not everyone can practice the Tianyan secret technique. Even if you have extremely high qualifications and comprehension, you may not be able to practice successfully. Over time, even if the Tianji Pavilion releases the news of recruiting disciples, the number of people who come to participate in the assessment is far less than imagined. Just when Yifeng was puzzled, the system immediately gave an explanation. So that's how it is. System, use one chance to spy on the secrets of heaven, and find me who among the people who came to participate in the assessment this time can successfully practice the secret art of Tianyan, but has the worst qualifications and comprehension. After understanding the reason, Yifeng immediately gave the system an order. His idea of losing money this time was very simple, that is, to give the enlightenment pill of the secret art of Tianyan to the worst person. Ding! Consume one chance to spy on the secrets of heaven, and among the people who participated in the assessment this time, the person who can successfully practice the secret art of Tianyan and has the worst qualifications and comprehension is called Xiong Tianba. However, he came to participate in the assessment this time just to join in the fun, because he doesn't want to worship in the Tianji Pavilion at all, nor does he want to practice the secret art of Tianyan to become a divine fortune teller. As Yifeng's voice fell, the voice of the system rang from his mind. "Come to join in the fun. I don't actually want to be a divine fortune teller? Isn't this the most suitable goal of losing money?" After learning about these situations, Yifeng's face also showed a touch of excitement.